Imagine if you were them. People are wonderful. I have a whole bunch of different scenarios to break down, but how could a person be accepting of everybody when there's people like, let's say, snobby, rich celebrities, like let's say Megan, for instance. You look at her, what she has, like, probably throughout her life, she was brought up thinking that you want to marry a handsome prince or a handsome king, and look what she did. She married a prince, and anyone who sees her doing it looks at her and says, "Oh my God, look at her," and they say she's so fake. Well, when you're in the public eye all the time, if you were always being the way you are, being honest, how people say, just be yourself. If she was having a bad day and in a bad mood, and she was rude to everybody, instead of being like, "Oh, hi everybody," of course she's going to be fake, or else people are going to think she's either a bitch or they're going to say that she's fake. So, like, you have to understand that some people are going to be a certain way because of the pressure they're in. And then you think of people like a biker or a emo or somebody like that, or a grumpy old man who worked his whole life away, paid his kids through college because he thought that was what he was supposed to do, and now his kids who aren't using their degrees don't even visit him, and he spent all the money that he worked his whole life for on his kids, who he now doesn't even talk to or see. And then he ends up in a nursing home, and he's grumpy, and he feels life was deprived of him. Do you blame him? I don't, but therefore I see that in him, and I love him. And I don't know everyone's situation, but everyone's got situations. Say a guy who's normally nice to you is really short with you today, and you're like, "Gee, what a dick," and you think something like that, but instead, maybe right before he left his home this morning, he got in a big argument with his girlfriend about something, like he was trying to do something nice. Say he made her breakfast in bed and thought he was going to be sweet, but instead she was angry or knocking on him about something they talked about the night before, or something that happened before, and just angry and not receiving his good gesture the way he was hoping she would. But sometimes it's not really, you can do things out of love and not get the reaction you want and still get hurt. It's going to hurt sometimes a little bit, but that's part of life too. So I mean, you do things because you want to, not because you want a reaction. But then if you get the opposite reaction, sometimes it really hurts when they didn't notice the effort you put in trying to please them, and then instead they found something else that was totally unrelated, not even in the now, and they argued about it, or or worried about a bill or something like that, which is not the now. A bill is never the now, unless somebody's standing in front of you with a gun to your face saying, "You need to pay this bill or I'm going to shoot you." A bill is never now. So people need to stop worrying so much about how much money they owe to a bill. Oh my God, these words on this paper say that I'm going to have this happen if I don't, whatever, just some more numbers and words on paper. No big deal. So, like, and then the biker who, maybe one time when he was a kid, he let Billy Jenkins take his bike, and he never came back with it. And from that point on, he vowed that he'd never be anyone's punk again. He'd never be played for a fool. So from that point on, he sort of just started acting rough and tough. And then he got in trouble. And because he got in trouble and his parents wouldn't let him do certain things, he started lashing out and doing it because every person thinks that they're old enough and you can't tell me what to do. And, and so people develop their ways and then they stick with it. Like, say, a 40-year-old rock star. I'm going to make a list of these so we can break some of them down in detail.